thanks. Bonjour, welcome to French 1. I'm Madam Rumley. It is Thursday, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, week 24, March 16th, and today's lesson is about l'argent, or money, as well as some grammar things. First little bit, happy St. Patrick's Day tomorrow, I think. Right? Yeah, March 17th. A great man, a great story, a great holiday. If you don't know the story of St. Patrick, it's worth looking into. Does anyone have any traditions or foods or anything you eat? Is anyone here Irish? Wear green. Try not to get pinched. Eat some candy. All right. Le programme pour aujourd'hui est prière, écriture, cultural corner, Jeanne d'Arc, révision devoir, leçon 20 et devoir. All right, prière. Father, thank you so much for today. I ask that you bless each of these students and all that's going on in their lives. Those who are here, those who are watching the recording, be here now, Lord, and bless this lesson. May everything that has been learned that we'll be reviewing today, and all the things that will be learned for the first time today, be learned, communicated, and learned well. We invite you into this time in Jesus' name. Amen. All right. L'écriture pour aujourd'hui vient de Matthieu 6, 9. Notre Père qui est aux cieux, que ton nom soit sanctifié. Our Father in heaven, hallowed be thy name. So remember when I had to cancel class that week? It was like 2 weeks ago, but like that was the same week I was preparing the next week's class. I accidentally switched this week's and last week's verse. So what we'll be doing for the rest of the semester, because we're really coming down the home stretch here, you guys, is learning the Lord's Prayer in French, the whole thing. And we'll be doing one verse each week, and then hopefully, and then by the end of the semester, I think we might have like one week or something where you don't learn, where we like study for a test or something. But basically, from here until the end, it's the Lord's Prayer. So I encourage you to memorize it, even if you're not like focusing too much on it, on the verses, since this semester started and where everything's kind of changed. Try to memorize this. It'll be kind of cool for you to be able to learn the whole Lord's Prayer in French. All right, so let's go through this word for word. Oh, I'm like out of breath all the time. It's like a weird pregnancy thing. Just sitting here. All right, Notre Père, our Father. You know both those words already. Qui, who, is. I know it looks like the wrong is. It's actually a different conjugation form that we haven't learned. It's like a special one just for literature. So you can just pretend there's a T here. Qui est. I mean, the es is totally grammatically correct. It's just a different grammar form that we haven't learned yet. Don't worry about it. Okay. Notre Père qui est, who, our Father, who is in the heavens, the skies, the heavens, that your name will be sanctified or made holy, or treated as holy. All right. Any questions about the French? Levez les mains. Of course. Notre Père qui est aux cieux, que ton nom soit sanctifié. So this last word, we pronounce the I here because it's not the last consonant, or it's not the last letter in the French word, so we do pronounce it sanctifie, and then, the E has an accent on it, so we do actually end up pronouncing it. So there's 2 syllables at the end here. Sanctifie. Sanctifie. Of course, a French person wouldn't say it so slowly and overly pronounced, but you get the idea. All right, Charlotte, vas-y. Yes. Excellent job, Charlotte. No corrections. Well done. Dara? Mm-hmm. Well done, Dara. Well pronounced each part. Julia? Yes. Très bien. No corrections. Well done. Elizabeth? Good. So that second to last word is soit. Good. Parfait. Well done, Elizabeth. Yana? Was it? Oh, I didn't press it well enough. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. There you go. Good. So that can you repeat qui est aux cieux? Small mouth. Aux cieux. Perfect. Well done. Good job. Très bien. Okay, good. All right, Emma, you're up. Yes. Good. I have no corrections. That sounded great. Emily? Yes. Très bien. Madison? Mm-hmm. Très bien. Très bien. Jonathan? Good liaison, Madison. Yes. Yes. Good. Sois sanctifié. Très bien. Good correction. Xavier, your turn. Mm-hmm. Good. Xavier, can you pronounce cieux one more time? Good. I think you pronounce it almost sounded like cieux, like there was an S on the end, but there's just cieux. But good. Good correction. Rachel? Mm-hmm. Well done, Rachel. Très bien. Emma? Mm-hmm. Very well done. No corrections. Sarah? Mm-hmm. It's okay. Last word. Sanctifier. 6, 9. Good. Okay, so I want you to make a very clear differentiation between qui and que. Good. So could you actually say it one more time, and so they're all in context? Good. Very good, Sarah. Très bien. All right, Faith, your turn. Are you there, Faith? Yes. Very good, Faith. Your mic volume's a little low, but I could totally hear you, and that sounded good. Good. Sydney? No, I can't hear you, Sydney. Okay, while she does audio setup, Rosemary, why don't you go? Rose. Mm-hmm. Good. You said sway, but it's soir. Soir. Yeah, and then sanctifier. Good. Good. Good job. All right, Sydney. Still nothing. It's okay. We'll move on. You could try again next time. Good job, everyone. Well done. And again, I encourage you to try to memorize the whole Lord's Prayer. That'd be kind of a fun thing for you to know. All right, today's Cultural Corner is another saint in honor of St. Patrick's Day, the patron saint of France, Jeanne d'Arc, Joan of Arc. She was born during the 100 Years' War, which was literally almost, I think, 100 years fighting between England and France. If you look throughout history, England and France have been fighting since forever, conquering each other, ruling each other, taking over, taking turns doing that. And 100 Years' War was a particularly contentious time. She was born in 1412, and she heard from God at age 13 her destiny, and it was around age 16 that she led an army with no military experience to victory. Now, the English were in charge, but the French knew who would have been king. And so when the English were ousted, Charles VII was crowned as king. So because of her efforts, France took back its own. But around age 19, she was captured, tried, and burned at the stake. Oh, no way, Nation, that's funny. Burned the stake as a witch. Although it's pretty clear from the story that she was probably executed more for political reasons because of her popularity and things like that, rather than actual religious concerns. She died on May 30th in Rouen, the city of Rouen in France. And a few years later, or like something like 20 years later, in 1451, she was tried by Charles VII again. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Who cleared her name. Essentially, I think everything got kind of hyped up after her victory, and she got caught into the political scheming and was executed, unfortunately. But then sometime later, everyone kind of calmed down, and Charles VII decided to clear her name posthumously. Yeah, a little late. So they had a trial for her after her death, but her reputation was cleared. And then in 1920, Pope Benedict made her a saint. So, but all of this to say, she was legendary immediately and became the patron saint of France immediately as well. Just this young girl following the Lord's lead and leading France back to its own, and it was a big deal in French history. And so she's been honored as in France ever since. So that's Joan of Arc. There's some really good movies out there if you want to know more of the story. I think there's one in French as well. I think it's just called Jeanne d'Arc. But yeah, worth investing some time in. Any questions? All right. Let's do révision devoir. We're on page 278. Le Marathon de Paris. Not all runners finish the Paris Marathon. Say who does and who does not. So we're putting into practice here the IR verb we learned last week. Finir, which means what? Who can tell me what does it mean? Good. It means to finish. So we're talking here in people finishing the Paris Marathon. Tu, il, elle, on, nous, vous, il, elle. Okay. So can I have, tout le monde lève les mains. Emma Akert, can you conjugate finir for us here? Conjugate it for us. It's a normal IR verb, which means we remove the IR in finir and add the endings, which are IS, IS, IT, ISS, ONS, ISS, EZ, ISS, ENT. All right. Emma McCarthy, can you do numéro un? Yes. Getting ahead of me, but yes, here you go. Emma McCarthy, numéro 1. Yana, numéro 2. Faith, numéro 3. Xavier, numéro 4. Elizabeth, numéro 5. So you're just going to tell us who finishes it or not. The subject here is me, or it would be I. Yes, finished it. You did not finish it. We finished it, and so forth. Vas-y. So this time, the numbers next to your name do not match the numbers of the exercises you're doing, because I had Emma, who's number 1, conjugate the finir at the top. So Faith, I believe you are 5. So, okay. I guess maybe I wasn't clear enough with the directions. You need to say finir is one of those like transitive verbs that needs to have something after it. What is it that you're finishing? So you should say, I guess it's intransitive. Okay, well that's fine. Je finis or je ne finis pas, but I would like you to say le marathon. Le marathon. I'm sorry. There is like a weird gas smell, which is always like gas leaking. Hold on a second. I'm just going to text my mom who's babysitting. It's always a dangerous thing. You don't want to lag on taking care of that. Okay. Good job, Emma. Those are the endings, but could you put them on the verb finir, like conjugate them with finir? So we don't have just the endings, but like the conjugations of finir. All right. Je finis le marathon. Très bien. Toi. Okay, so here they kind of tricked you in a sense. They put here like me, you, us, you, Eric. But the subject, so these are like the direct pronouns, but the subject needs to be a subject pronoun. So it's not toi, it's tu. They were just giving it to you here in like a different form. There you go. Tu ne finis pas le marathon de Paris. Très bien. Nous finissons le marathon. Good. Vous ne finissez pas le marathon. Il finit le marathon de Paris. So actually this one is IT. Because our endings are IS, IS, IT, ISS, ISSEZ, ISSENT. Good fix. Good job. And looking really good, Emma. Fini, fini, fini. Finissons, finissez. Finis. Parfait. Good job, guys. Well done. Lower your hands. Re-raise them. Now we're talking about le régime, or the diet. Read about the following people. Say if they're gaining or losing weight. This is the similar exercise, except this time we're putting into practice the IR verb maigrir, which means to lose weight, and grossir, which means to gain weight. This is like a silly exercise or silly sentences, but the point is read your sentence. Vous faites des exercices. If you're doing exercises, you would say vous, if you're probably doing exercises, you're probably maigrissez. Vous ne grossissez pas. Okay, so for this exercise, you're actually using both verbs. You choose one, which one you are doing and which one you're not doing. You can switch the order of these sentences, but you need to conjugate maigrir and conjugate grossir. One is in the positive, one's in the negative. All right? Charlotte, numéro 2, Julia, numéro 3, Marissa, numéro 4, Elizabeth, numéro 5. Vas-y. Nous maigrissons. Nous ne grossissons pas. Très bien. Je mange des carottes. Je maigris. Je ne grossis pas. vous êtes inactif, vous grossissez, vous ne maigrissez pas. Looking good? Yes, tell me about it. Lots of S's. With the double S's. Elle maigrit. Good. Except monsieur tells us that it's a guy, but that's okay. We'll just continue on with il, with elle. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Il maigrit, il ne grossit pas. Okay. Actually, this is a little. I do not have to correct it, so you can just keep it as it is. La bonne cuisine in French means I can see because in English, if we say like good food or good cooking, we're probably thinking more like healthy. In French, la bonne cuisine means more of the really tasty, buttery stuff. So that's probably something you would gain weight from. Yeah. The good tasting stuff. Because remember, taste is much more important. That's funny. But anyways, it doesn't matter. You got the grammar, which is what we're practicing. We're on page 279 now. Francois is showing the new things he bought to his sister Valérie. She prefers the old things. So this is another exercise where we're doing two sentences, and you're practicing not conjugating, but practicing the different forms of the adjectives vieux and nouveau. Okay. So can I have, oh, Emma's are back at top. So Emma McCarthy, can you please give us the different forms of vieux? And Emma Akert give us the different forms of nouveau. First of all, what does vieux even mean? What does that adjective mean? Old. Good. What does the adjective nouveau mean? It means new, which means they belong in the bangs category, which means these adjectives go before the noun. All adjectives go after the noun in French except for the bangs, and these happen to be bangs. All right. So for numéro un, let's see. He's gonna say tu aimes, or if you want, you could say est-ce que tu aimes? Doesn't matter, either one. Mon polo, my polo, and then she would say non, je préfère, conjugating préfère correctly, ton. Oh, sorry, I forgot the adjective, the whole point here. Mon nouveau polo. Non, je préfère ton vieux polo. Okay, so we're putting into practice here, conjugating our verbs properly. Préfère. We want to make sure our possessive pronouns match. Remember, so I would say mon polo because polo is masculine and singular. Okay, and ton polo here. And then we want to make sure our adjectives match up, that it's in the masculine singular form here because polo is masculine singular. All right, so let's see. Yana numéro 2, Xavier numéro 3, Dara numéro 4, Madison numéro 5. Vas-y. Good. I made your guys' boxes kind of small. We can move you, Emma Akert, if you need. You can find another open space if it works better. So we are getting far enough in French, but there is a lot to remember with each sentence. You have verbs, you have pronouns, and you have adjectives. So it would be worth your time to create a checklist. That's something that I think would be worth your effort. So that every time and then you can memorize that checklist or use it when you're doing your homework and stuff. So every time you write sentences in French, you can go, oh, are my verbs conjugated properly? Do I remember these exceptions for these verbs? Do my pronouns match my noun? Do my adjectives match my noun? Are my adjectives in the right place? All those things. And I've said it before, but I'll say it again. I highly encourage you guys to just take your time. If you put in the time now and work slowly and carefully, it'll solidify in your brain and you can move quicker in the future. And always think of it in terms of being able to speak French in France or a French-speaking country, and how much easier it would be for them to understand you if you spoke slowly and correctly than quickly and maybe incorrectly. Okay, numéro 2. Tu aimes mon nouvelle... Okay, lunettes de soleil is plural and feminine, so it's nouvelle. However, this needs to be feminine and plural because lunettes de soleil is plural and feminine. Can't seem to not get out of breath. Sorry if I'm breathing heavily into the mic. All right. Non, je préfère. Good, with another accent on the second E. Don't be sorry, you guys. Oh, I can read it. Looks good. Okay, well, we'll get there in a second. Non, je préfère ton... Here again, number 2. Oh, you fixed it. Good. Tes needs to be feminine and plural. Tu aimes mes nouvelles lunettes de soleil? Non, je préfère tes vieilles. Oh, there's not supposed to be a de here. Or a day here. Because you're just saying, no, I prefer your old sunglasses. Not old of the sunglasses. Does that make sense? Awesome. All right, good. I love it when there's a lot to work with. That means we're working together, figuring it out. All right, numéro 3. Est-ce que tu aimes mon... So masculine singular, good, mon nouvel impair. Non, je préfère ton vieux impair. Okay. You are correct that impair is masculine and singular. Here tells us that. However, impair begins with a vowel, and there's a special form for masculine singular before a vowel. So try doing your adjectives again. You got the tricky one. Numéro 4. Tu aimes mes nouvelles affiches. So affiche is féminin. You write that it's plural, but it's féminin. Same here. So make sure your adjectives match. Non. Oh, you forgot the word je. Je préfère. And then here, good. Te, remember, so your noun is feminine and plural. Your feminine plural, so your pronoun here has to be feminine and plural. Like you did it here, me, and this should be te. I'll come right back to you. Let's go back up to the top here. Masculine singular is vieux or vielle before a vowel. Good. I want to do checks, but I don't want to overlap anything. Feminine is vielle. Masculine is vieux. feminine plural is vieux. Perfect. Good job. Good job, Emma. Okay, other Emmas? I gave you guys way too small of a space, but you did well. Nouveau, nouvelle, good, before vowel. And nouveau is the plural. Okay, feminine is nouvelle and nouvelle. Perfect. Well done. Good. Number 4, your adjectives now match your noun. Affiche, the noun here, is feminine and plural, so you made the adjectives feminine and plural. Nouvelle and vieille. Affiche. And then you just need to fix... Oh, so you're right. This is feminine, but we need it to be plural as well. You did it here, mais, and this should be te, T-E-S. Do you see why? Awesome, awesome. All right, numéro 5. Tu aimes ma nouvelle casquette? Good. Eh bien non, je préfère ta vieille casquette. Really good. Good job, guys. And those of you who had more work to do, it's good. It's fun. That's what learning is. So don't feel bad. You guys are doing excellent. Lower your hands, re-raise them. We are, let's see, do we do that? Yeah, we won't do the other half of this. Oh no, this is, okay, that's right. So we're on page 280. Comparaison. So this is the lesson that we didn't quite get to end of last class. So I'll kind of explain it really quick. Hopefully you learned it well enough in the studying the textbook, but here it is. When we want to compare things, comparaison, okay, something is either plus blank que, moins blank que, or aussi blank que. That is more than, less than, or as much as. Okay, the blank here, what goes in the blank are adjectives. Something is more, adjective, blue than, less big than, as expensive as. Okay, so let's use the example cher, which is expensive. If I want to say something is, let's use the example from the textbook. La jupe, actually I'll start off by saying le chapeau est plus cher que, the hat is as expensive as the sunglasses. Oops. That's what happens when you think in French and English too much. Franglais is what we call it. Les lunettes de soleil. Okay. So I'm saying the hat is, okay, more, and then my blank is the adjective, que, more expensive than, and then whatever I'm comparing it to. Now, the key thing here, the kind of tricky thing here, is that our adjective, even though our adjective happens to be kind of far away from the noun it's describing, here, if I ask you, what is expensive, you would say the hat, right? We're talking about the hat being expensive. So cher is describing the hat. And the form of the adjective has to match the noun that it's describing. So the other forms of cher are, I'll do a new box over here. We have cher, which is masculine singular. We have cher, like that is feminine singular. It's kind of a weird adjective. cher, like that is masculine plural, and then cher is feminine plural. Okay, so let's use some examples where adjectives are feminine and they're plural. So how about la jupe est plus chère que, what was the example là? Que le chemisier. Okay, so I have my formula here. Plus, then adjective, que, and my adjective matches the gender and number of the noun it's describing. One more. Les vestes sont, so remember my verb has to change. What is it? Moins cher que les manteaux. Moins, was it feminine? Yeah. Cher. Okay, so I'm using my formula here. Moins, adjective cher, que, and then my adjective cher matches the gender and number of veste. Veste is feminine and plural. Any questions on that? All right, so for this exercise, you look at the examples given to you. I have a baseball cap and sunglasses. You decide personally which one do you think is, whether the first one is more, less, or as expensive as the second thing. So for number one, you could say, une casquette est plus chère que des lunettes de soleil. Or maybe it's less expensive or more expensive. So, okay, go ahead. Let's see. Julia, numéro 6. Elizabeth, numéro... The numbers are off, but what does it matter? Julia, numéro 6. Elizabeth, numéro 7. Étienne, numéro 8. Charlotte, numéro 9. Sydney, numéro 10. Vas-y. Do you understand what to do? Awesome. Can you hear me breathing loud on the mic? Is it like loud? No price. Just say which do you think is more or less or as expensive as. Like if I were to ask you, which do you think is more expensive? Or rather, do you think a baseball cap is more expensive, less expensive, or as expensive as sunglasses? Oh yeah, Baradeur. I didn't update this. How about I change this to an MP3? An iPod. My slides were made with the old version of the textbook, and it like matches up most of the time, and every once in a while a few little things fall through the cracks. I forget to change. Numéro 6. Les lunettes de soleil sont, perfect, plus chères, féminin pluriel, good, que la casquette, parfait. Des bottes, good. Okay, we'll go on a break right after this. So here, we want to say, actually I'll let you finish it and then we'll come back to you. Numéro 8. Un short aussi cher que un maillot de bain. Nearly perfect, except you forgot your verb is. Missing your verb. But number 8, you are nearly perfect. Number 7, double check your verb. Numéro 9, le MP3 est plus cher que la montre. Perfect. Numéro 10, un portable. Oh, number 10, you also forgot your verb. Plus cher que une mini chaîne. Perfect. All right, so number 8, And number 9, you forgot a verb altogether. Right now you're just saying shorts as expensive as swimsuit. CD player, you have to say CD player, a CD player is as expensive. Good. Good. Number 7, you had it for a second. Yeah, there you go. Woohoo! Des bottes sont plus chères que des tennis. Okay, good. You got the fact that that botte is plural, and so cher needs to be plural. However, botte is also feminine, so you need to choose the feminine plural form. Numéro 10. Un potable est plus cher. Number 7, can you write for us the correct form here? You can't. Okay, then can you just rewrite it on top or something? Any questions, you guys, about these comparison stuff? It's like, it's not a hard concept. It's just kind of like a lot more little things to remember. Perfect. Okay, so not this cher, but this one. Perfect. All right. Yes, lots of things to remember. All right, let's go on our 5-minute break. If you want, for fun, you can treat this. Actually, I'll give you a new page, whiteboard. How about you guys write things that would be on a checklist for things to remember? Okay, to remember when you're writing sentences. If you want, you don't have to. All right, see you in 5.